Coco Gauff stepped to the mic, fresh off a third-round Miami Open win. The questions were predictable, her serve the injury, but Gauff flipped the script, aiming the spotlight right at Alex Eala. It wasn't criticism, it wasn't rivalry, it was something that would leave the tennis world speechless. Weeks before Eala had ended her Indian Wells run, now Gauff was revealing a private gesture from the 20-year-old Filipina, a secret from the locker room far from any camera, and as she spoke, the room went dead quiet. What Alex Eala did after that win wasn't just sportsmanship, it was deeper. And now everyone would know. March 9th, 2026, Indian Wells. The match against Eala ended in disaster. Down 2-6, 0-2 Gauff retired. Her left arm was useless, her face a storm of pain and frustration. She called it a firework in her arm, a nerve issue that only got worse as she played. Cameras caught the net embrace. They caught Eala's emotional tribute, calling Gauff a true role model. They saw her walk off broken. But the real story began where the cameras couldn't go. In the locker room, something was waiting. A handwritten note. She'd soon recognize the script as Alex Eala's. Sources say the note was short but powerful. It showed concern, respect for their battle, and made a promise. "You'll be back stronger." She kept that note, a silent reminder tucked away in her bag. She never forgot. March 21st, Miami. Gauff had just punched her ticket to the third round, winning 3-6-6, 0-6-1. She was playing hurt, admitting her team had wanted her to sit this one out. "My team told me not to play," she admitted, "but I had to do it. Maybe I had to prove them wrong." Then came the questions about the injury, the comeback. Then a reporter brought up Alex Eala. Was there still tension from Indian Wells? Gauff's face changed. She reached into her pocket. The room froze as she pulled out a folded paper. "You want to know about Indian Wells?" Her voice was suddenly warm. "I'll show you." She unfolded the paper for the cameras. It was Eala's note. She'd carried it to Miami, a private reminder through every single match. "Instead of celebrating her win, she wrote this to me." Gauff didn't read it aloud. She folded it, pocketed it, and stared into the cameras. She didn't have to. No one would have known. "That's Alex Eala." The room exploded. It was a scramble to grasp what just happened. Social media blew up. The note went viral, a symbol of pure class in a cutthroat world. But this wasn't new for Eala. Back at Indian Wells, she could have just celebrated her win. Instead, she praised Gauff as a role model and honored the women who came before. She later told reporters her concern was for Gauff. "I didn't want to win like this," she'd said. "Coco's an amazing competitor. I just hope she recovers fast." The respect was mutual. After a win in Dubai, Gauff praised Eala for energizing the sport. The note, though, proved something more. This wasn't for the cameras. It was real. Later, Gauff explained, "It's easy to be nice with everyone watching. But Alex wrote that note when no one was around. She just left it for me, expecting nothing." Gauff's voice cracked. "That's who she is. And that's who I want to be." But the tournament moved on. Eala's run was cut short in the fourth round by Karolina Muchova. The 13th seed dominated, winning 6-2, 6-2 in just an hour with 20 winners to Eala's 7. Meanwhile, Gauff's legendary coach Brad Gilbert took to social media pointing out Eala's weaknesses. "Muchova all over Eala 9000. Gilbert posted, adding the lefty needed to dramatically improve her serve. Still, Eala left Miami with 120 points and a number 45 ranking, a dip, but still solid. Next up, the clay season starting April 6th at the WTA 500 in Linz. Gauff, however, pushed on, beating Kirsta 6-4, 3-6, 6-2 to make the quarterfinals. Playing through the pain, she admitted the nerve issue was a day-by-day battle. "I still feel it sometimes," Gauff said. "Some days it's there, some days it's not. For now, it's just about playing through the pain." But by revealing that note, Gauff ignited a firestorm beyond the court. In a world of carefully crafted rivalries, where media and fans pit players against each other, this private act of support between two young stars resonated deeply. Veteran tennis writer Bennett Rothenberg posted, Gauff showing Eala's note, "That's why you love this sport. They are the future, and they're building it on respect." Legends of the game also chimed in. TIA founder Billie Jean King took to social media, "This is the definition of sportsmanship." Eala's compassion and Gauff's honesty remind us that class and competition can coexist. "I'm so proud of them both." Eala herself, asked about the note in Miami, was modest. "I honestly didn't want anyone to know," she said, her voice soft. "It felt like the right thing to do. Coco is an incredible person who's endured so much. I just wanted her to know someone was in her corner." When pushed for a reason, Eala's response was pure class. I know what that moment feels like. Not the injury, but the isolation. After a loss like that, you feel like the whole world is staring, yet you've never been more alone. I just needed her to know she wasn't. And now, as the season unfolds, their bond seems unbreakable. Eala now heads to the Linz Open seeded 7th, looking to regain her footing on the clay. Meanwhile, Gauff continues her attack in Miami, hunting her first title of 2026. But no matter their paths, that moment in Indian Wells and the reveal in Miami has forever defined their story. They've clashed twice this year. Gauff crushed her in Dubai 6-love 6-2. Eala got her revenge at Indian Wells when Gauff retired. The score is 1-1 and the decider feels inevitable. But their next match will be different. It's not just about rankings or titles or who has the bigger weapon. It's about two women who chose compassion over conflict, forging something that no scoreboard could ever measure. After her Miami victory, Gauff imagined their future. "I hope we play 100 more times," she said. "I hope we make each other better. And I hope people remember we did it with respect. We did it with friendship. We did it the right way." She paused, her hand finding the folded note in her pocket. "Alex wrote that I'd come back stronger." She was right, and for that I'm forever grateful. Then Coco Gauff did something nobody saw coming. At her Miami press conference, she revealed a secret handwritten note from Alex Eala, a private gesture now public. The tennis world was floored. In an age of manufactured drama, this real moment of support between two rising stars hit a nerve that went far beyond the game. Eala, fresh off a tough loss to Karolina Muchova, was typically humble. "I just wanted her to know she wasn't alone," she said. Gauff, now in the Miami quarterfinals, said the note was a reminder of the person I want to be. Their rivalry is just heating up. They're 1-1 in 2026. They'll face off again many more times. But that note will always be there, a symbol of something more than winning. So what do you think about Gauff sharing Eala's note? Sound off in the comments. Subscribe to Rally Radar for daily VTI news deep dive analysis and the stories behind the scores, because here every day is match point.